This radio show is more important than any other mainstream media outlet that exists.
The Breakfast Club.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it.
Right the f*** up.
You think I'm gonna come here when this ain't hot?
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
Being here next to all of you guys, it's really big.
It's one of my favorite shows to do, just because y'all always keep it 100, y'all keep it real. But what better place than here?
I think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club and start with that if you want to shake it up.
Good morning, USA! Yo 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 yo. Charlamagne the guy. Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump day. Good morning.
Good morning.
Another day to serve, man. How y'all feeling out there?
It's Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day.
I feel blessed, black, and highly favored, man. You know, if you don't know, if you just heard us talking just now, there was a cushion in my chair. I didn't understand why there was a cushion in my chair, because I don't sit with a cushion in my chair. That's your cushion.
That is my cushion.
You got hemorrhoids, or what is it?
No, it actually...
You're getting up in age now.
No, actually, well... We have these cameras in the studio, and because the way that the cameras are shot, if I don't have a cushion to make me sit a little higher, the mic actually blocks my face. So the cushion allows me to sit just a titch higher, so I sit over the mic.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to sit on no cushion. The reason I don't want to sit on no cushion because I don't want to set any false expectations for people. Because sometimes, you know, people meet me and they're like, you look taller on TV, or you look taller on the internet. And I'm like, nah, bruh. I don't know how that's possible.
I get the opposite all the time.
I'm 5'6". 5'6", 5'7".
I get the opposite all the time. I thought you were a lot shorter. That's what they say all the time.
Yeah, I don't understand that logic. Like, how does a 5'7" person look taller on TV? I am what I am, y'all. Okay.
Why do you keep stretching it? Yesterday you said you were 5'6".
What?
You said you were 5'6" yesterday.
I just said that just now too.
No, you just said you were 5'7".
5'6", 5'7".
Yo, you a liar, man. You're like 5'4", man.
That's a damn lie. I ain't no 5'4". 5'4". I be getting a check somewhere. Okay.
For what?
That's dwarf status.
That's not no dwarf status.
Let me look it up.
What size is Taylor? Taylor's shorter than you.
Whatever status. How tall is Duval? Because Duval was like an inch away from getting a check. If he was like an inch shorter, he'd have got a check.
That's a thing for real. If you that short.
Yes.
And what kind of check is it?
I think like a disability check. I'm promised it's like a disability check.
And then how much do you get?
Yeah, if you're suffering from an extreme condition called dwarfism. Hold on, I just Googled it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what's so funny? I didn't even know what to Google, so I just Googled dwarfs get checks.
It popped right up.
Yes. Yeah, you get some type of disability benefit for being short.
Really?
Yes.
And that's a dwarf would be 5.
Let me see what qualifies to make you a dwarf. What qualifies to make you a dwarf? Man, you know how rich the 7 dwarfs was when I think about it, especially if they were pooling their resources?
Oh, boy.
Hold on. What is this? What qualifies you as a dwarf?
Somebody's listening right now like, what the hell are they talking about?
Well,
but
there's some dwarfs calling right now trying to... 4 feet, 10 inches.
Yeah, that's...
The Duval's 4'11". He just missed it.
Jesus Christ.
He just missed it.
All right.
Yes, he just missed it.
All right, well, let's get the show cracking. Today on the show, Kevin Gates will be joining us. He has a new album, The Ceremony, which comes out this Friday, so we're going to kick it with Kevin Gates.
Let me tell you something about the brother Kevin Gates with The Ceremony, man. His album is a soundtrack to healing, and we're going to talk to him. And Vivek Ramaswamy.
It's Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
It's Vivek Ramaswamy.
No, it's Vivek.
It's Vivek.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Well, he'll be joining us in a little bit, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. All right, now, in some quick sports, Tristan Thompson, he was hit with a 25-game suspension after testing positive for having drugs in his system.
Now, come on now. At this point in his career, shouldn't Tristan Thompson have some drugs in his system? Like, I mean, for real, man. Tristan Thompson is 32 years old. That's, that's kind of old in NBA years. He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Let me see, how long has Tristan Thompson been in the league?
He's been in the league for a little bit.
At least he's been in the league for a long time, man. Like, at this point, can the man take a little bit of performance-enhancing drugs?
Jesus Christ.
You don't think so? Seriously?
No.
At this point in his career, man?
No.
He's been around for... All right, man. Okay.
No.
I just feel like he's been around for a long time, man.
And also, Milwaukee Bucks have fired head coach Adrian Griffin. Which is pretty strange because the Bucks are doing pretty well, right?
They definitely underachieving. I mean, they're doing well, but they're underachieving. They have Damian Lillard and Giannis.
Yeah, but they're in second place. They're not doing that bad. Were they behind Boston?
Yes.
And Boston's is a squad.
I mean, I think they could be doing better, personally, but,
Yeah, well,
and I'm sure somebody on the team probably was complaining.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it seems like they're going to be hiring Doc Rivers, so we'll see how that works.
And when
out.
I say somebody on the team, I mean Giannis. Okay, the big dog.
All right. Now let's talk about Trump. Good morning, Tiz.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Ted.
Well, the election was last night. Hopefully people chimed in and watched. A lot of folks didn't even know it was a primary last night, but it was a primary in New Hampshire. 54% of the vote went to Donald Trump winning the New Hampshire primary. It happened pretty fast. Associated Press called their race pretty fast. Nikki Haley did pull in 43%. Now, during his victory speech, he said Nikki Haley was doing a speech like she won. Let's take a listen.
She's doing like a speech like she won. She didn't win, she lost. And last week we had a little bit of a problem, and if you remember, Ron was very upset because she ran up and she pretended she won Iowa. And I looked around, I said, didn't she come in third? Yeah, she came in third. And then I looked at the polls. She was talking about most winnability, who's going to win, and I had one put up. I don't know if you see it, but I have one put up. We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against crooked Joe Biden. Almost every poll. And she doesn't win those polls. And she doesn't win those. This is not your typical victory speech, but let's not have somebody take a victory when she had a very bad night.
Man, we are headed towards the rematch none of us want, okay? Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. And it's clear when you see the numbers Nikki was able to pull, some Republicans are clearly looking for something different, and they deserve something different. We all deserve something different. I keep saying it over and over. I wish the GOP would move away from Trump, and I wish Democrats would move away from Biden, but we're here now. This is what we got.
No, Tez, why don't you think she just pulls out from now on, right? Why is she still going to fight for South Carolina? Why is she going to continue the race? What do you think?
She said she's going to run the table. She said she's going to go all the way to the end. And just so guys understand, this is the point she also made last night. Great question, DJ. But she said this is just one state. Iowa's just one state. She's going to go all the way to the end. Remember, Bernie Sanders did the same thing. And the quote unquote establishment was upset, when Bernie Sanders stayed to the end. He wanted every vote to count. And so when we actually talk about these numbers, when they say she had a very bad night, 163,000 people voted for Trump. 129,000 people still voted for Nikki Haley. So it's not like, when you really look at the numbers, how many people came out, how many people actually voted for her, 43%, to be kind of going at it by herself. It's not really a bad showing. Now we'll see how she does in South Carolina. Some folks say that she's possibly staying in to see what's going to happen with these 91 criminal charges. Something happens and all of a sudden, you need somebody else to get on the ballot. She'll have those numbers. So she's just, at this point, I believe, running to win. But then we also say sometimes folks are just running, to get the message out. But during his speech, Trump pointed out.
And also, Tez, everything you said is absolutely correct. But also, she simply still got money to spend. She got millions. She got tens of millions of dollars to still spend from donors.
And I was going to ask that, like, in these races, should there be a cap of how much money they can spend? Like, we talked to Dean Phillips, and he spent, I think $20, $30, $40 million. And Vivek, today, when we speak to him, I'm sure he's going to tell us he spent a large amount of money. But if they're spending all this money and they're losing and they don't get this money back, they can't write it off. Should there be a cap, which makes it fair?
Well, that's called campaign finance reform. A lot of people are pushing for that, but some folks are running for a PR campaign. I won't say that about. I don't believe that's what Nikki Haley is doing. Former governor, all of the accolades that she brings to the table. Right. But some people think that investment is worth it. To be able to be known to run the second time. Ron DeSantis has made clear the path for him in 2028. So a lot of candidates see it as an investment. To push the message, and some folks just get in over their head and lose it all. But a couple of things I want to point out. Trump also talked about Tim Scott, who, by the way, remember, Tim Scott became the first African-American senator who was appointed thanks to Nikki Haley. And Trump pointed out how Scott must really hate Nikki Haley because he endorsed Trump. And then Scott expressed his love for Trump. I want you guys to listen to this.
Did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
There's absolutely zero reason to love a politician that much. Okay. I mean, goddamn, he could have followed that with a tongue kiss. I just love you. I just want to be with you. He hugged him from the back.
He kind of hugged him from the back.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
They go together.
It was a little side hug.
They
It was
go
almost
together.
No, he didn't.
He wants to be VP.
That's disgusting.
He's playing the VP card. That's
disgusting.
Like.
That's disgusting.
Listen, let me tell you quickly about Democrats.
Okay.
Go ahead, Charlamagne.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to tell you quick about while we have some time. Joe Biden was not on the ballot, but still folks voted for him as well. So the Democrat primary, about 54,000 people voted for Joseph Biden. Dean Phillips, the candidate you guys just mentioned, 20,000 people voted for him. Marianne Williamson, 5,000 people voted for her. But look at how many people wrote in. 14,000, almost 15,000 people wrote in a candidate. Some folks were writing in ceasefire. Some folks were writing in just random names. So that also shows you that's a problem where people are literally taking time to go to the polls and write in somebody else.
You're going to see a lot of that in November. And listen, I don't know what's going to happen in November. I really don't. But when you see Trump winning these primaries and they are dominating the news cycle, it just seems like all the momentum is on Trump's side. Like you just said, Biden won the New Hampshire primary last night off just write-ins. And it's not a story at all. The Democrats truly do not know how to message any wins. It's beyond strange to me.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Tez, we'll see you next hour. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about you live in New York City. You might be getting your medical debt wiped away, which is a good thing. $2 billion to pay some bills for you folks.
All right. We'll talk about that next hour. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, have no fear. Big Chocolate, the toe sucker is here. How's everybody? God bless you.
Why are you calling us, bro?
Listen, be quiet, Big Ed. Let me talk. Envy, I think you should do a Super Bowl commercial, right? You like cars. But first, you got to shave your funny-looking beard because you look kind of weird.
You don't have to shave
learn
it.
how to
All you have
act
to do is
first,
wet
right?
a rag and wipe it off.
And secondly, Flavor Flav from Public Enemy has a new record. Here's mine. Taylor Swift, Kelsey, and give Flavor Flav a try. You need to get with a brother and don't be shy. Give him some, all right, Taylor? Peace.
The funny part is you laughing at yourself.
Yeah,
like you really called up here. This was a premeditated call. You knew exactly what you wanted to say, and then you laughed at it.
And it didn't stick.
It wasn't funny.
It was trash.
It wasn't funny. Now, I did like what he said about your beard, but he was wrong because you don't have to shave anything off. All you got to do is get a wet wipe, wipe it right off. Gone.
I think your joke and his joke are trash.
Mine's not a joke, though.
It is a joke. Good morning. Hello.
Let me do it right now, then.
Come do it.
Somebody bring me a wet rag. Sim.
I bet you see nothing.
Sim.
I bet you see nothing. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening?
What's up? What's your name, brother?
Hey, this is Lee, man. Calling from Georgia, man. I'm out here on the road. I'm a truck driver. I was just calling you guys. I wanted to get off my chest. Why is Jess not on the show?
What happened?
Why is Jess Hilarious not on the show? Charlamagne, why you act like you didn't know what was going on when TMZ approached you?
Listen, Jess Hilarious has a podcast called the Carefully Reckless Podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. A new episode drops today.
That's right. She's on the road every week, and she's doing her damn thing, too.
Man, don't give us that political stuff, man.
That's not political. I just told you that she has a podcast called the Carefully Reckless Podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. A new episode comes out today. You can go to the Black Effect store.
Get that off my chest, man.
You can go to the Black Effect store for merch, too. Go to blackeffect.com. You can get Black Effect merchandise as well.
All right, no doubt.
All right, brother.
But do me a favor, though.
Yeah.
Come on, you in the truck. Let's go.
What happened?
Blow the horn, man.
That sounded nasty. That was disgusting.
There you go.
And by the way, why you gonna say what happened? You said what happened like I said, huh? Like what happened? Like you said what happened. You know what he was talking about.
Salute to all the truck drivers out there. Y'all be safe on them roads.
Just like I know what you was talking about. He gonna get mad. Hey, what happened?
What'd you say?
What happened?
Get it off your chest.
If you're huh, you can hear. That's why I don't say huh no more. I say what happened? What happened?
800-585-1051. Get it off your chest.
What happened?
It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This Church. What up, though, from Detroit?
Church, what up, though? Get it off your chest.
Hey, two things. First, Envy.
There you go. Salute to all the truck drivers.
Hey, then I also want to ask if I can get an autograph book from both of y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
I got you, man.
My
It's
book,
easy.
Real Life, Real Love, is out now, and then We got a new book that's dropping soon, Real Life, Real Family, where we talk about raising our 6 kids, from 22 years old to 2.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Hey, can I give a rest in peace right quick also?
Of course, brother.
I would like to give a rest in peace to my cousin, Capone Edwards, Detroit all day, NCC.
Okay, brother. Hold on so we get your address.
All right.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is y'all Dubai cousin Tia.
Hey, our Dubai cousin. Our Dubai cousin Tia.
Y'all Dubai cousin Tia. I called last year. And
hey,
I
Tia.
Salute. I was in Dubai. I was in Dubai twice last year.
I know you was in Dubai. I know. So that's the thing I need to get off of my chest. So y'all came out here, DJ Envy. You told me you was gonna pull up. You was gonna holler at my husband, DJ King Cooper. We ain't heard dog kiss your foot.
I ain't heard dog kiss a foot.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I never heard that
Where
one.
the hell you from? I'm from the country. Raised on a dirt road. And I ain't never heard that one.
I'm from Gastonia, North Carolina.
I'm from Mounts Corner, South Carolina. I ain't never heard nobody say I ain't heard a dog kiss a foot.
Well, now you got something new to put in your arsenal.
Okay, all right.
But no, Charlamagne, I wanted to thank you and big up you for putting the UAE on the map. I had called to tell y'all I teach out here, and a lot of the times people don't want to visit because of false information that they hear, and I just appreciate you sharing that positivity and all the good things about the UAE. I really appreciate it.
Now, hold on. You a sister from North Carolina. I spent majority of my time in Abu Dhabi. I love Abu Dhabi. Now, every single black...
Well, that's actually where I live.
Okay, every single black woman from America that I met in Abu Dhabi, and you tell me if this is true or not, they literally say to me, I feel like a white man in America over here.
Well, I don't know how a white man in America feels, but I feel safe and protected, and I've been able to start a business and it's flourished. I feel like I'm thriving over here, so those things are facts.
Yes, literally every single black woman I met that lives in Abu Dhabi says that to me. And I think people don't even realize the Constitution in Abu Dhabi. Under the Constitution in Abu Dhabi, it says women enjoy the same legal status, claim the titles, access to education, the right to practice professions, and the right to inherit property as men. Women are also guaranteed the same access to employment, health, and family welfare facilities. And man, it feels like it. When I was over there, I felt like it was reflected from what I saw.
No, I enjoy it.
Listen, I've been here for almost 9 years, so that tells you like something. Obviously, something is going right, and I just feel like the media just put such a bad light. When you see stuff shared on social media and stuff, people just run with it without knowing what it actually is. So I just really appreciate y'all shining that light on it.
Absolutely. I'll be back out this year. I think I'm booked for the summertime out there this year again. So we'll be back out there. And when I go out there, I bring the whole family. So it'll be the 6 kids, the wife, and everybody. We all come out there and have a good time and enjoy it.
Well, I hope that you enjoy when you come back out. Hopefully, I'm going to say again, my husband at DJ King Cooper, and I'm at Tia Takes the World. If y'all come out, pull up. I told y'all last time I called, I have a travel agency. I bring people out here to travel. So if any of the listeners wanting to come out, hit me up. I got y'all.
Absolutely.
Have a good one, Mama.
Appreciate you. And that's what places like the UAE get right, that, America gets wrong. All people want is upward mobility and safety. Upward mobility and safety. That's it. That's what we think about every single day. How can we stay safe, and how can we keep some food on the table and a roof over our head to live comfortably? That's it. Mm-hmm. It ain't rocket science, people.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got your rumor report. We'll tell you about the Oscar. The Oscar nominations will release. We'll tell you about that. And also, YFN Lucci looks like he's coming home. We'll get it to you when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk YFN Lucci.
Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the rumor report.
I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. Now, YFN Lucci was sentenced to 20 years in prison, but they're saying he will likely only serve 3.5 months, and this is the reason why.
All right, Crash, thank you so much. Well, let's talk about this. YFN Lucci has accepted a plea deal in a RICO case that predates that YSL case. The rapper, whose real name is Rayshawn Bennett, was sentenced to 10 years in prison after pleading guilty to 1 count of violation of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. He is one of a dozen men indicted on racketeering and RICO charges back in 2021. The group's charges are related to alleged involvement with the Bloods Street Gang. According to court documents, prosecutors could write a letter to the parole board recommending release when eligible. Records show that he has been in jail for nearly 3 years.
It's only been 3 years? I feel like it's longer than that.
Yeah, so he got 3 years. So he got, like what she said, he got served 20. 10 was to actually be in prison. 10 was supposed to be on probation. And if you know you get in jail, you usually have to do 70% of the time. So that would be 3 years, which he served. And I think it's up in 3.5 months. And they're saying that his lawyers and the prosecutor is actually going to allow him to leave in 3.5 months. So that's what they're saying. So he should be home by the summertime.
Well, the judicial system did its job. You know?
Mm-hmm. You care about the Oscars and all that?
Do I care
about the Oscar nominations?
I'm not gonna say I care, but you know, I do respect people who create art, and I know that they care. You know, so yeah. I mean, I personally don't care, but I salute everybody who, you know, is nominated.
Yeah. Have you seen any of these movies? Best Picture, American Fiction.
Hell yeah, I've seen American Fiction. Great film.
Barbie.
No, I did not see Barbie.
The Holdovers. Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest. Have you seen any of those?
Only one of those I saw was American Fiction.
Yeah, well, those are all nominated for Best Picture. Best Supporting Actress would be Danielle Brooks from The Color Purple.
South Carolina's own. Drop on a clues bomb for Danielle Brooks. Okay.
And that's the only time The Color Purple was actually nominated.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oppenheimer leads the pack with 13 nominations. My wife watched it the other night. I fell asleep on it, but she watched it. She said it was pretty good.
I would have thought Color Purple would have got more nominations than that. I wonder if they got
That's why I was looking. That's why I actually did the Oscars. I was actually looking for it. But
I wonder if they got backlash. I wonder if they got backlash because of you know, the press that it was getting. You know, the stuff that Taraji P. Henson and you know, I wonder if they got backlash because of that.
I'm not sure.
I wonder.
I'm not sure. Or
you know Hollywood don't like to be called out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In no way, shape, or form. So I wonder, because I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I felt like it should have been more people nominated from the film, but I didn't see it either. So
yeah, absolutely. Now this concert is back. I'm pretty excited about it. I probably won't go, but I might just go check this out. The Lovers and Friends concert is back. You know, it's a concert that Usher puts on each and every year in Vegas.
It's crazy that I just realized this was Usher's concert. I just thought they was naming it the Lovers and Friends concert just because, you know, of the title of the song. I didn't realize this was Usher's actual show that he promotes.
Yeah, this is Usher's show.
I did not know that until he told us.
Yeah, so this is the Lovers and Friends show. It's happening May 4th. Now listen to some of these people on this, right? Janet Jackson, Lil Wayne, Nas, the Backstreet Boys, Gwen Stefani, TLC, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Ja Rule, Ashanti, T-Pain, Timbaland, Keisha Cole, Brandy, Monica, Eve, Kelly Rowland, Sean Paul, Black, Jodeci, Jason Derulo, Robin Thicke, Tyrese, Method Man, Redman, Jeezy, Fat Joe, T.I., Mace,
Jesus
E40,
Christ.
SWV, Escape, Tank, Jeremiah.
It's too much.
The Dream, Pretty Ricky, Genuine, Mario,
It's too
Maya,
much.
Khalees, Lloyd, Drew Hill, Kerry Hilson,
I'm
Lupe
full.
Fiasco, Too Short.
I'm full. I can't eat no more.
Twister,
Stop bringing
Juvenile,
food out.
Paul Wall, Trina, Yin Yang
More
Twins, David
entrees?
Banner, Little Flip, Plies, Mims, Tweet,
And
Louis D,
dessert?
Nina Sky.
Come on. There's too many entrees, too many appetizers. I'm full.
Total, Black, 702, 702.
Oh, no. This is
A.
gluttony.
Marie, John B, 112, Jay
This is
Holiday,
gluttony.
Jay Quan, MIA, T-Pain.
If I'm a party promoter, all I hear is scratch, 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 scratch. How the hell? Usher and his team must be the most patient people on the planet that have to deal with every single one of those individuals to put together a show. How many days is it?
It's usually a 2-day show, but this
Gotta
is only
be.
says Saturday, May 4th. But
That's
it's
insane.
usually a 2-day show, so maybe it's only a 1-day show.
Well, salute to them.
Jesus.
I know it sells out every year. I mean, how could it not with all those people on there?
Jesus Christ. Seems like stress. And lastly, a comedian or a philosopher by the name of Little Duval said this yesterday on Twitter or Instagram. He said, y'all be hating on the Breakfast Club like it ain't our culture's biggest platform we got left. If they end, where else y'all gonna go promote? And he was talking about the Breakfast Club, and was recently put out that the Breakfast Club is the most listened to hip hop and R&B show. I think the Radio Hall of Fame put that out there.
I don't know. Well, thank you to the good brother Ludo Duval for that. I've never been the type to focus on the so-called haters, though. I also don't call everyone haters, because if Breakfast Club isn't your cup of tea, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't focus on the people who don't like us, because I'm busy super serving the people who do. So thank you to the 8 million monthly listeners on
That's
the
right.
radio.
We
Thank you to
appreciate
the 15 to 20 million downloads a month on the Breakfast Club podcast. Thank you to the over 5 million YouTube subscribers. Thank you for everybody who follows us on social media. Social media numbers are healthy. thank you for, keeping us on the radio for 14 years. We 14 years in, man.
Appreciate that.
So we are more than blessed. I truly thank God for it all.
Yeah, he said, as hot as y'all think your favorite podcast is, ain't none of them on the Breakfast Club level. Statistically, facts, not an opinion, or as diverse and consistent for our culture as a whole. If there's one platform we can't afford to hate on, it's them. We barely got anything now. Y'all see, we're not even on TV no more like that. But just like everything else, you won't see until it's over.
Well, thank you, Lil Duval.
Shout out to Lil Duval.
I salute everybody, man. It's so many different platforms out here doing their thing, from $1 Million Worth of Game to Drink Champs to
Club Shay
to the Pivot. I Am Athlete.
Pivot.
I'm blessed to be in partnership with a lot of them through the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. People like the 85 South Show and Horrible Decisions, All the Smoke. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you to the listeners.
Yeah, salute to
you
all the
realize I got
listeners.
fired 4 times from radio before Breakfast Club?
Yes.
I don't have a college degree. Okay, I'm an ex-felon with gun and drug charges, and I got a lisp. And I make a living talking.
That's right.
God is good. You
God
hear
is
me?
great. Every
All
day.
right. God
Yeah,
is
every day.
good. Thank you, God. Thank you to all our listeners. I don't focus on
you're right.
who not feeling us.
Yeah, I started
not
off-
feeling us. Fine. It costs you nothing. Pay us no mind.
Started off doing mixtapes and doing clubs in New York for $50.
Amen.
Yeah, so God is good.
And like you said, we already in the Radio Hall of Fame. We just happen to still be playing.
That's right.
So all I have left to say is, dear haters, we have so much more to be mad at. Okay, just be patient. All right. We have so much more coming for you to be mad at.
That's like a positive but negative. Like, dear haters. It's like a positive and negative.
No.
Dear haters.
We have so much more for you to
if
be
you
mad
think
at.
you're mad
just be patient.
now, waiting to the summer
I'm
now.
lying. I'm lying. We ain't got nothing for y'all to be
Nothing
mad
at all.
We don't even got a third co-host.
No, we don't. How about that?
I know.
How about we get that first?
I'm just in here talking tough.
Like, that dog that be barking with the gates closed.
I'm just in
They
here
open the
talking.
gate and the dog just be quiet.
I'm just in here talking tough. We ain't got nothing happening.
Gates closed. He just barking. All right.
We don't even got a third damn co-host.
No, we don't. We can't even figure that out.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Well,
Lord have mercy.
one day. That is
Lord have mercy.
your rumor
Is it
report.
going to be one day? I don't know.
It has to be. I'm not doing these rumors anymore. I'm not doing these rumors much. We just going to be standing here looking at each
We're
other.
going to do whatever they tell you.
We're going to be looking at each other.
And you know who they is. We ain't nothing but plants now.
We plants now?
That's all. All right. Okay.
This guy starts snorting. All right.
Oatmeal, mind my business.
When we come back, we got front page news, and then Kevin Gates will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now let's get to some front page news. What's up, Tiz?
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Ted.
Now let's talk about this $2 billion in medical bills wiped out.
Yes, this is good news. We don't often have a chance to spread good news, so I love this story. Mayor Eric Adams announced Monday that New York City intends to wipe out more than $2 billion in medical debt for up to 500,000 residents. And the city is working with a company called RIP Medical Debt. It's a nonprofit that buys medical debt in bulk from hospitals and debt collectors for pennies on the dollar. The group targets people with low incomes or financial hardships and then forgives the amount. Now, under the program, the city will spend $18 million over 3 years. Adams said for middle and working class New Yorkers, medical bills can be financially devastating. Working class families often have to choose between paying their medical bills or basic essentials that they need to go through life. The mayor said that the number one reason for bankruptcy is medical debt. He said this is the largest program of its kind, but RIP has worked with other cities across the country. So good news. Hopefully they'll work with some more.
Dropping the clues bombs from Mayor Eric Adams.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Gotta give props where props is due. That is incredible. But that's all folks want is financial relief. If you are an elected official, that's all you should be thinking about. How do I put money in people's pockets and how do I keep people safe? It's really that simple. That's all we want as American citizens. We want to have some money in our pocket and we want to feel safe. That's it.
Yeah, and it's scary if you ever have to go to the emergency room or you take your kids to the emergency room. It feels like they make you fill out all this information about, your health benefits, if you have a medical card, if this, if that, if you have insurance, and all these things before you get to actually see the doctor or the nurse, which just seems strange. You're in the emergency room for a health scare, something that's bothering you, something that you think it could be horrible, worse, dying, whatever it may be. But the first thing they do is to see if you have health coverage?
Yes, because cash rules everything around me, fool. What are you talking about?
That sounds crazy. Fix me first. Have the doctors come see me first, and then, you know what, you're not going to see me?
I'm with you, but you know what, we should start saying capitalism rules everything around me. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. There's nothing in this country that the money don't make move. So it don't matter if it's healthcare, it don't matter if it's education, whatever it is, starts with the money. So once again, that's why every elected official should be thinking about how do I put money in people's pockets and how do I keep people safe. That's it.
And how do I market it after I do it? How do you let people know that you actually did this? You know,
with
this
money.
Right. This is why it's important. Now, one more thing, guys. If you want to go to the Super Bowl, listen up. If you want to go see the Detroit Lions, they say, who are going to the Super Bowls. I don't know if it's going to be them or the 49ers. But anyway, if you want to go to the Super Bowl, the Red Cross is coming up with a creative way to get people to help with the national blood shortage. Let's take a listen.
During a national blood shortage, saying it is experiencing the lowest number of people giving blood in the last 20 years. Leaders are calling on everyone who can donate to please roll up your sleeves and donate. Red Cross officials say numbers are low, and the organization is coming up with a creative way to get donors through the door. Just by donating through the month of January, you will then be entered to win a trip for you and a guest to the Super Bowl in Las Vegas.
That's smart. I think that's smart. I think a lot of people will do it. I just feel like with the American Red Cross, and maybe it's just me, when I was a lot younger, I would see a lot of blood drives. Like, I would see them do it more often. It would be on television. It would be on, you would hear it on the radio. But I just don't see it as much anymore. Have you seen it, Charlamagne, when they talk about blood drives anymore?
I'm going to be totally honest with you, man. As soon as I hear about anybody going to the Super Bowl, I tune out. As a Dallas Cowboy fan, I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking. I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. I didn't even, when you said Red Cross, I was like, I drew a blank. As soon as I heard them giving away free tickets to the Super Bowl, I just drew a blank. I'm not even joking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not paying attention.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
Well, I do. Let me bring it. But this is National Blood Donor Month, DJ Envy. You brought up a good point where you said you don't see it as often. No, they don't. But then, especially in January, and that's because of the winter. So the winter, the weather, they've stopped about 350 blood drives that they normally have, which has depleted 11,000 blood units because of that. This is a real emergency going on. Several states have stopped elective surgery because of this. People are, if you just do a quick Google search and put in national blood shortage, you'll see where several states are literally begging. I know I saw South Bend yesterday, Tennessee, where they're literally begging people to come give blood because people aren't able to have their surgery. So this is a real emergency going on right now.
Wow. All right.
And give some blood if you can. Do you guys give?
No, I used to when I was way back when, but I haven't in a long time. But I used to. Charlamagne?
No. I'm trying to think if I ever have.
I've done it before, but I haven't done it in a long time.
I don't think I've ever given any blood. No.
Maybe we need to set up a blood drive at the Breakfast Club.
What about you, Tez? Have you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have.
I'm just asking.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
So give some blood, guys, if you can. They need it.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tez.
And make sure you follow at Teslin Figaro on all social media platforms and subscribe to at Teslin Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network.
All right. Now, when we come back, Kevin Gates will be joining us. We'll kick it with Kevin Gates, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, it's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Brother Kevin Gates. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you for having me.
How you feeling? Why you laughing, man?
Kevin Gates, you look clean, my brother.
Yes, you do. Well, how you feeling, brother?
How do I look?
Amazing.
Look great and amazing.
Man, the thing I love about you too, Kevin, man, when I listen to the ceremony, and you call it medicine music.
Medicine music.
Talk to me about what medicine music is to you.
The music that raises your frequency.
One of the lines I love from Ceremony when you said you was purpose-driven over being pleasure-driven. I think we in an era right now where everybody's pleasure-driven, man. Nobody got
when you pleasure-driven, you develop addictions. And what I mean by that is any feeling gonna get old to you. So you're gonna constantly be chasing a greater feeling. That's why people become addicted to drugs or whatever they become addicted to. I done became addicted to things that's going to raise my frequency, such as working out and fitness and things of that nature. So that's what I mean by if you purpose-driven and you stay on your purpose, like I say on one of my other songs, if you're looking for a microwave blessing, it won't happen.
That's right.
Now, you also say rehab was for quitters. So
yeah, that's for quitters.
My question is, so how did you get over the drug addiction you said you had and some of those negative addictions
you know something? If you go back to one of the old interviews on here, I was in here drinking lean in a coffee cup.
Really?
Yeah. I had a coffee cup with a lid on it. I was drinking syrup. In an interview, I was a junkie.
And when
I had to have it, or my body would ache if I didn't have it. It ain't nothing but heroin.
Addiction is a disease.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know why people don't look at it like that, but it's a disease.
Yeah, so I replaced that habit with another habit. I didn't just go cold turkey. I had to replace my unhealthy habits with healthy habits. And it's a never-ending journey. It don't stop.
Now, did you really go to a Beyonce concert and turn up at a Beyonce concert?
But look, this what happened. I paid for my nannies, all my nannies to go to the concert. So you remember when they was supposed to come to New Orleans? So they had everybody was outside, just outside. So I'm like, ooh, we gonna go because I've been going. I went to a Drake concert. You know, I went 2 nights in a row to Drake. I went and seen Usher. You know, I'm just on that, like, just studying all of the greats. So, you know, if you go to New Orleans, it's a party outside before you even go inside. So I was bomb, you know, and it was a party outside before it was a party inside. So that was like, I'm beyond turned.
So you was really turned during that time?
Yes, Lord.
BG is on that record.
BG and Sexy Red.
One of the first, BG and Sexy Red, but this was one of the first times we've heard a BG verse. So was you and BG cool? How did you and BG link for this one? Because this is the first verse I heard, and he's spitting.
I've been knowing him because he like a friend of the family. It was just only right. It was only right. Like, it was beautiful. It was historic in nature to me. He's a legend to me.
I love the way he sounds, because sometimes, you know, somebody will go get locked up and they come home after a while and they got that old flow on it. But he sounds...
I think he better than
he sound...
He get up and work out every morning and everything. He on his workout and he go straight to the studio. So I think this situation made him better than ever.
Yeah.
You know, you talk on this album a lot about cleaning your sins. What does cleaning your sins look like?
You know, when I go up on the mountain, I ask God for forgiveness. Hey, forgive me for the things that I did unknowingly. Forgive me the things I did knowingly. Just forgive me. And then I forgive myself so I don't keep looping in it.
What does that feel like? Do you feel it? Like, do you feel something removed from you? Or something come off your spirit?
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like, you can sit right here and say, on this holy divine day, I hereby release all the energy that no longer serve my higher self. And you're going to feel lifted. Because we empaths, we pick up on energy everywhere we go. Now, some stuff, a lot of people say that I did, and I tell my children this, I love y'all, I do, and I'm a great father. But some people did have to know me as a monster, because that's the only way that they will stop.
I love birds calling too, man. When you say you a Palo Santo big torch lighter, you say prayer is more important than exotic cars. And to me, was it intentional to put lyrics like that in a song called Birds Calling? Because people will see the title and think something else. Yeah.
It was intentional because, like I said, I got a new coffee brand called Ritual. It's out right now, and it was beautiful because I went back to the trap, but instead of flipping bricks, it was keys of coffee. And that was the beautiful thing about it. Like, some people say, he's glorifying this, glorifying that. No, I'm not. I'm turning a negative into a positive. I just got the key to the city in Baton Rouge, and I got the key to the city in New Orleans. And I never thought that what I was doing was helping people. Like, but what I'm doing, like helping other people heal, is really me helping myself heal.
You got 2 songs on the album with the healing title. One is called Healing. The other one is called
Mistakes Make Us Great. I'm proud of you. I think you doing amazing. Every song I'm on there talking to myself. every song I'm talking to myself.
I don't think you can heal anybody though, Cal.
I can.
You think so?
Yes,
you
Lord.
said you can heal a woman.
Yes.
I think a person has to want to go get healing.
I heal. Yes, Lord.
But heal
you just touch him like how you start the car engine?
No, I don't heal.
Heal at what point?
You know, my touch is healing.
Okay.
But you know, I heal.
You really think you can heal a woman?
I don't think I know.
Can you? I think you can assist them. Show them the direction.
She's gonna be a new creature when she leave from around me. In public is bae and love and all of that, but in private, ooh, it's a term of endearment.
Oh, I see.
You're so beautiful. Ooh, Lord. Yes, Lord. Amen. God, thank you. God, bless the hand that prepared this meal. We about to say our grace.
But you can't go around just healing everybody.
You made me have a flashback. Nah, I don't heal it. Everybody
had a flashback.
Everybody don't deserve healing.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Everybody don't deserve healing because they might be healed for a week, then they'll just go back to that same behavior. Then I got to put them on restriction.
How long? What's the longest you ever did?
I start with 90 days.
And you tell them that? You're like,
yeah. The first offense, 90 days.
What's the offense? What's the offense?
I don't know. It depends on, you know, code of conduct is big with me, you know.
So what's the code of conduct? What?
See, there you go.
What do you have a problem with?
We just trying to get some of this game.
Every relationship is different. So what's part of
it? Ain't that, but you know, like I believe that honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
Like when I meet you, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you how I'm living. This how I'm living. Now, if you accept it or reject it, this how I'm living.
Have you ever had girls rejected? Like, I'm not doing no 90-day restriction.
No, they don't. That 90-day don't go like that. They just end up being like, look, hey, you keep on, I'm gonna put you on restriction.
So you still go out? You just they get no.
Oh, I'm just you gonna, you know, like I say, rejection is a beautiful thing. I reward loyalty with loyalty. I reward disloyalty with distance. You know, you think about what you did. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, this not peaceful. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna be nowhere that's not peaceful. I'm not gonna be nowhere that's gonna lower my frequency. Mm-hmm. That's just where I'm at with it. Like I ain't trying to be. You know, I ain't trying to make the blogs for, you know, talking like this, but yeah, this how I'm coming.
Have you ever been on vagina restriction?
Who, me? Bye. So I already had it. Like, you don't know glitter and lightning bolts shoot out that motherfucker with all due respect, baby.
But what if you make an offense? What if you do something she don't like?
You already knew what I was when you met me.
Damn.
You already knew. Like, with all due respect, like, see, I don't know why I be meeting killers that's scared to tell a woman the truth. Like, when you tell a woman the truth, you give her the option. Honesty is the best policy. Women have intuition. And the reason I'm truthful with a woman, because it's spiritual. They are spiritual creatures. They can transform liquid into something physical. So they already know you full of shit when they meet you. They already know. Like, they know what's up with you. Like, so, babe, where you been? You gonna help me wash these sins off me?
You gonna help me wash these sins off?
You want me to help you pack? Which one, baby? Like, what we gonna do?
One of the two, because you know either she gonna leave or she gonna stay. So you gonna help me wash these sins off you, or you gonna help me pack?
I mean, they already know. Like, women already know what you've been doing. Like, I don't know why people think they don't. Women psychic. Mm-hmm. I'm not about to lie. I mean, God done blessed me. I got too many blessings.
Mm-hmm. So do you ever see yourself with just one woman?
I'm with one woman right now. What? At the moment, you know?
Yeah. All right, we got more with Kevin Gates when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Kevin Gates. Charlamagne?
When you talk about loyalty, when somebody's disloyal to you, how do you bring them back in your fold? Like, trust. Once trust is violated, that's a muff.
It ain't gonna never be the same no more. I mean, suspect evil of no one until see it. Once see it, forget it not. Once an enemy could never be a friend. I had to cut a lot of baggage. I had to trim a lot of fat. Like the last time we was here, I trimmed a lot of fat since then. Mm-hmm. Like with just the people around me, I started throwing away all of the wrong relationships for all of the right reasons. And sometimes we be loyal to things that's not loyal to us. That's just where I'm at with it right now.
Were you a forgiving person? Were you somebody that?
Yeah, I forgive. Like I told y'all last time, I forgive. I do, but I ain't about to forget. Let's not be naive now, buddy.
That's right.
Let you just do it to me again? Like, nah, that's not intelligent.
You told another great story on healing. You told a story about a woman not getting wet for you no more. And you said mentally she moved on. That was powerful.
Women can mentally check out. They can mentally move on. And you know, they have vaginal dryness. Their arousal fluid not there no more because they mentally moved on. That can happen.
And what do you do when a woman's in that situation? You just let her go?
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding. Now, she could have been dehydrated or something because she was on the plane, but all that, I ain't got time to be hearing all that. You know,
I get it.
You checked out, baby. It's mentally checked out. Women mentally checked out. And I had to ask my mother what that was. She said, baby, she might have mentally checked out.
Damn.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens because you not being the person that a person wants you to be. No, I love you enough to let you go. Go find that person that you say that's better than me. Can't wait.
Does that hurt?
Everything hurt when you love somebody. I love for real. Like, nah, I can't wait to get my heart broke. I just use it for motivation. Turn me into a monster. Look at me. That's the fuel to this. Stack it on me. Do it some more. Come on, let's go. Y'all ain't doing nothing but making me better. Every time I get mad, I'm in the gym. Let's go. It don't bother me. It used to. People don't even make me mad no more. I used to be like, man, it pissed me to. Nah, I'm just disappointed.
I was gonna ask that.
I'm disappointed in you. You know, I really had a lot of respect for you. There's some people that'll never re-respect me. There's some people I never re-respect. Cause I ain't about to sit up here like I'm perfect. I done bogus shit before. Everybody did. I thought that because even though I said something and I said it in dude's face. I still did some hoe shit. Yeah, I said it in his face, and we fought. My grandfather put him to the side. Man, that's some hoe shit you did. Don't do that no more. So I ain't about to sit up here and act like I came out perfect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come out wearing a bandana and all that. You know, with a pistol in my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These are learned behaviors.
You ever look at some of the stuff that people pick up that you've said or that goes viral and be like, they just misconstrued what I said? No,
I don't really pay that no attention. I used to, like in 2021, I used to pay attention to Instagram, but once I deactivated my page for that year and a half, I engage with the world now, because comparison is the killer of all joy. Because if I say something and they might just take a little piece of it and it go viral, but then when you go look at the real interview, you're going to be like, he really made a lot of sense. And that's what my mama said, man, don't even tell nobody. I know this going to sound weird. No, it don't sound weird. This me. I'm my authentic self. People going to either accept you or they not. And that's just where I'm at with it now.
What made you take the page away for that year and a half? Was it clear your mind?
I was depressed. It was causing depression, because comparison is the killer of all joy. I'm comparing my life to other people's highlight reel, and it was causing depression. Once I got off that and started engaging with the world, I'm like, man, people love me. People love me. On the blacktop, people love me. People walk up to me and tell me, man, you changed my life. They don't really say that on Instagram. They say negative things.
All the time.
Of course. I mean, I seen something the other day when I guess you was talking Finesse 2 times, and people were he said this. I'm like, y'all must not know Kevin.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He said you gonna put his legs in there.
No, I told him, have you ever seen any flaws? He said no. I said, if you do, will you please put my feet in the air?
Meaning slam you.
If I do something, slam me like how? Blow my brains out. Put my feet in the air.
Jesus Christ.
Kill you. Damn it, man.
Kill me if I do something wrong. Like I said on the other thing, hey, find me that one that can say he stuck his dick in me.
Rumors.
And find me the other one that can say I told on him and sent them to jail. You find me them two, you blow my mama brains out.
I ain't never heard those rumors, Kev, by the way.
Yeah,
when I heard that on the sound, I was like, when the somebody said that?
No, I stand for something. And I mean that. I stand for that. You know, because when you start paying attention to the internet, you can get lost in it. It's the blacktop that matter to me. That don't matter. That's just talk. That's internet talk. And some people live their life based on social media. But if you really get out in the real world and engage with the world, the world operates 100% different than this.
And I think sometimes people like you and Finesse, y'all forget, y'all know each other's lingo. So y'all having a conversation amongst the world.
I could be honest with you. You never heard me address that, right? Because I really don't care what nobody think about. What he mean by put your feet in there. Hey, try me. I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean.
Word.
Hey, demonstration is way better than verbal.
Word.
So, like, I'll show you. No, that's it. That's all. Like, I ain't about to address that because that's my brother. He know what I meant, and he know what I meant, and I know what he meant. So, I don't see no big deal. Hey, keep me viral.
I'll be out this Friday.
Yeah, album coming out.
The ceremony. Is it true Kevin Durant gave you some advice that got you in shape too?
Man, Kevin Durant, that's my dog. And DeMar DeRozan. And Lethal Shooter. I ain't know so much psychology went into basketball. I started practicing with Lethal Shooter, and I'm thinking I'm just going to shoot the basketball, learn how to shoot the ball. Man, this dude assessed me. Like in psychology, you do the individualistic approach. And he did that by just based off how I shoot. You anxious. You focus on the last. You focus on your past.
Wow.
Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the one you missed. Focus on the present. Stay in the present. Stay in the moment.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn. He picked me to pieces. And it was humbling. It was beautiful. And then like with DeMar DeRozan, he showed me some shit. Kevin Durant showed me some shit. Like it's more like playing chess than anything. And I was like, wow.
So when you say fit, you meant mentally fit more than anything.
Yeah. Fit. Ability to take effective form.
Word.
That's what fit mean.
Now I love Letter to My Fans too.
Oh my God.
And you talk about a suicide attempt on that record.
Yeah, I made that song a long time ago.
Wow.
A long time ago. And I was saying that's when I was going through the acting like everything was okay on Instagram. I was acting. I was pretending. I'm happy. It's okay to be angry sometimes. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be upset. But emotionally and intelligently, how do we channel these feelings and these emotions? I ask myself, why am I feeling this way? But that's crazy that I put that song on there. I forgot that I put that song on there. But I owed it to my fans because I was pretending with them. And they knew.
Is it triggering to hear that song now for you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's beautiful because that's where I was at one time.
And I always ask, how did you get out of that funk? Because there's a lot of people that listen that are in that funk and don't know how to get out.
That
and especially this generation.
Want to kill yourself?
Yeah, they wanna
Absolutely.
kill themselves, yeah.
You want me to be honest?
Absolutely.
God.
I was there.
God. Like when I was supposed to kill myself, God intervened. Cause I ain't tell nobody. I don't do that. Hey, I'm about to. No. I feel like that's horse playing. I feel like you supposed to walk in here and find me smashed in here. I smush myself. That's not horse playing. He's serious. Like, man, I love y'all. I'm tired. That's horse playing. You alluding to what you about to do. Now you got to find me in here stretched out. That's the type of person I am. I feel like if you talking about it, you're not serious. But it was God.
All right, we got more with Kevin Gates when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Kevin Gates. What makes you want to go back on this crazy thing we call social media now?
To be honest, I really don't work my page. I just oversee it. Like, I don't work it. Like, I approve, like, the pictures. Sometimes it'll be me. When the caption be real heartfelt, you could tell it's me. Other times, it's just something that I approved. Because I got to maintain my sanity. I can't get lost in that social media shit.
You said something else on Letter to My Fans that I thought was interesting. You said you apologized to your fans.
I apologize to my fans because I'm a motivational speaker that's giving great advice that I wish that I could give myself. I got all this positive shit to say, but I ain't feeling positive when I'm talking that shit. That just sound good as everybody want to hear that I'm keeping it positive, but I'm not happy. That's how I was feeling at that time. I'm like, yeah, just positive, just stay positive. I was faking it till I made it. But I really wasn't making it because I never addressed the real issue internally. I still had harbored all kind of resentment and everything.
And now that you've done that, that's how you know you're of true service?
You got to go back and face it.
That's right.
That was the hard part. Right. Going back and face your past. You got to face it. You got to face it. You got to sit with it. And when you sit with it, it's going to be very, very painful. Like anybody listening right now, it's going to be painful to go address these issues because there's a lot of stuff that we keep. And like you could suppress things for so long till one little thing could cause you to explode or implode. It's a trigger. So I had to go back and face a lot of these things.
Protect Children, another very powerful record. What are some things you learned late that you want to teach your kids early?
I hope it's not triggering, but I really don't care if it is because we all down there been through this. That was about sexual victimization. Protect children. I treat your children like my children, like my birth children. When we was little, they used to say we was the worst children. We all been through things that ain't our fault. You got to work with them. Protect children. You're not supposed to hurt children. I gave my children a place, a safe space. I created a safe space for them to communicate with me. Don't nobody never touch you there, not even me.
That's right.
Not even your daddy. Not even your mama, nobody. And they have a safe space to communicate. Can't nobody get you nowhere and tell you, if you tell your mom I'ma hurt you, hey, y'all done seen what's up with y'all daddy. Y'all know what come behind y'all. So I have created a safe environment for y'all to communicate with me. And I ask my daughter tell you right now, I tell my daddy everything because I'm not here to judge you. We all make mistakes. We gonna talk about what you did. I'm just disappointed a little bit, but don't worry about that. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to beat you up for what you did or what happened to you. Just let me know. I don't care if you had a wreck and you accidentally killed somebody. Stay there. I'm on the way. Hey, you get in this car and go. We can put the body in the trunk. Come on, let's go. Always tell me the truth. I die for you. And I die to protect you.
What's your relationship with Jim Jones? I see you and Jim Jones talks the story when he was on Drink Champs about how you had a good relationship early on.
I always had a good relationship with Jim Jones. He was fly. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say this, like I'm not trying to be racist, but I mean this with all due disrespect. It's hard for a bright you got to be extra gangster when you bright. When you bright, you be like, how you know how to fight so good, Kevin? Because I got beat up a lot. That's why they always pick the bright. They don't never pick. This dude. He ain't did nothing gangster. He just ugly. He just ugly.
Why are we ugly? Because we dark skinned?
Okay, keep talking.
I ain't talking about you. A chocolate. I'm talking about an ugly.
He fixed his face. He fixed his face.
He would a yellow. Don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, they feel like we, but then just coming up as a child, being bright with curly hair, you know what I'm saying? I saw Jim Jones, I'm like, man, this fly, he gangster and he bright. I say that's raw. I identify with it because I saw myself in him. Like that's my brother. I love him. Like whenever he in the city, he holler, hey, where you at? And he everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He never changed. He always been the same way.
Always the same.
How do I get a pair of God slippers, man?
You know how that happened? Somebody asked me to play cards. I'm like, I would, but I don't. Like they was gambling. I'm like, I would, but I ain't got no hands. But then they saw me eating, and they was like, I thought you said you ain't had no hands. They not mine. They for God. So when I said God slippers, everything I got on, I just borrowed it from God. All I have is the little that God blessed me with. I borrowed a pair of God slippers. I walked on water in front of you. What I mean is I walked over all kind of obstacles because I borrowed a pair of God slippers while I was doing it. Adversity builds character. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. I borrowed a pair of God slippers. Started a battery, got back in charge, did it again. Ooh.
You know they don't believe that. You know they don't believe you started a car with your hands. You got to show somebody one day.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah?
I can give a less what they believe.
Hey, thank you for paying homage to the holy grounds of Walmart too, man.
Oh my God.
When you from the South, man.
I ain't tell you about that?
No.
I was on color code.
Okay.
I was hustling at the time. This is when I was living illegitimately. I was hustling at the time. But color code is you got to call in, and if your color come up, you got to go piss. So I was in there buying the gloves because I was doing my thing with the gloves so it wouldn't get in my system. That's the myth that I heard, that you don't get in your system if you wear the gloves. And, you know, I ended up meeting me at One-Up in Walmart, you know what I'm saying? We was at Waffle House, you know what I'm saying? And she ate me up in a Honda, you know how that go.
So you've been loving Walmart ever since?
I love Walmart anyway.
Yeah.
I love, they got everything you need.
That's right.
You know, that's when the DVDs, you remember they used to have a 3-pack of DVDs, the 6-pack of DVDs? I had the little DVD player when I used to be in the trap. I'd shoot over there and grab me a couple of DVDs. I had my junkies go get it. But it's something about going in there yourself late night, 2, 3 in the morning. That's when they used to stay open 24 hours.
That's right, especially if you grew up in the country. Because if you grew up in the country, probably wasn't nothing else going on.
Walmart is the mall.
That's right.
That's the mall.
That's right.
Yeah, I met a winner. Like, you know, I met a winner in there with the little Chinese slippers on. You know, they be in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got the little steppers walking around in there. But stop playing.
And you said you got the Almighty on speed dial. And you say the only way to kill a God is when Allah calls them.
That's it. My body is my temple. Now, a great responsibility come with looking at your body like your temple. Like, that's really what made me stop drinking alcohol. Like, at my listening party, I had a glass of apple juice. And then I told the bartender, hey, make me something fruity, make it look like I drink, but make it just taste good and fruity booty. Make me a little fruity booty right there. She's like, oh my God, I love you. Your accent. I say, yeah, but don't put no alcohol in it. You know, but put me a little flour on there, you know, make it look good. So I had that, and then I had 2 champagne glasses of apple juice. And I was just walking around feeling good like everybody else was feeling good. But, you know, when you say your body's your temple, it come with a great responsibility. Like, sometime when I need clarity, I got to fast and clean my temple out so the spirit of the Most High can abide in my temple. God body covered by the highest. They guns hold no power to this holy temple. But how you kill a God when Allah called him? The only time he goes when Allah called him.
That's right.
That's it. Almighty on speed dial. I could talk to God before I could call you with my phone. You on speed dial. I'm always talking to God. Before I drank the coffee, I prayed over it. I don't know what they did to the coffee before they brought it to me. Everything with me is a faith move.
Nah, you are here to help other brothers heal, man. And I think the ceremony is going to do a phenomenal job of that.
You know something? Anytime I used to drop an album, I used to say things like, if you want to go get it, get it. If you don't want it, don't want it. That was like that fear of what if it's not good enough. This good enough.
Go get it. No, absolutely.
This the one.
Absolutely.
Like if you ready to just really just take self-accountability and heal, this the one.
Man, Kevin Gates, the ceremony is out this Friday. Go pick it up, man. Tell us what the title means. I don't think you ever told us what the title means. Yeah.
It's a ceremony that I was having with myself. I learned to love again a stranger that was once myself. That was the ceremony, to reuniting with my authentic self.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Kevin Gates.
Ceremony out Friday, man. Kevin, appreciate you, brother,
Absolutely.
man.
Kevin Gates.
I love when healing, especially from black men, has a soundtrack. We need more of those, man. So thank you for making one.
All right, thank you for having me.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. It's Kevin Gates. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What happened now?
What happened is we don't have a third co-host. It's time to do the rumors.
Stop complaining, man. God is good. Listen, salute to the good brother Kevin Gates. The ceremony comes out Friday. And I'm telling you, man, like I told him in the interview, you can tell he's on his healing journey and it reflects in his music. All right? So make sure you pick up the ceremony this Friday.
All right, well, let's get to the rumors.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, first of all, let's start off with John Cena. He's announcing his upcoming retirement. So he's currently 46. He's going to be turning 47 this year, and he's going to be retiring from the WWE.
That's how you could tell I ain't watched WWE because I thought he was still wrestling.
I thought
he was in movies too, though. He does movies, he does films and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm lying. I thought he was already retired. That's what I meant to say because he does movies.
Yeah, but I guess not. I don't watch WWE, so I have no clue. Nor do I have an idea of if he still wrestles. Who does he wrestle? I don't even know the difference between WWE, WWF. What's the new one? There's another one. I don't know.
I thought he retired and was just doing movies and TV shows because he did the Peacemaker. Huh? What that mean? I don't understand sign language. I just see our producer throwing his thumbs up. I don't know if he's hitchhiking. I don't know what the hell he's trying to tell me.
Oh, no.
But
well, he's retiring. And then not only that, Netflix and the WWE announced a partnership going into effect in 2025. They executed a 10-year deal giving Netflix exclusive rights to WWE's flagship weekly wrestling show, Raw. So it's a major step. It's going to start doing live stream events. So I guess Netflix is probably going to raise the amount of money they have to pay to watch Netflix, and now you'll get to check out Raw on Netflix. It's a $5 billion deal.
Well, companies like Netflix need that, though. And the reason they need that is because they run through programming so much. That's why I never understood the model of well, no, I'm not gonna say I never understood it. We all enjoyed it when we used to binge watch. But it's like, yo, if you put out a whole season of something in a day, once I watch it, it's done. But if I'm a channel like a HBO, if I'm giving you one episode a week, for 13 weeks, all I got to do is like 2 and 3 shows a year. Netflix got to do like 20, 25. Right. So you need programming like that. You need weekly live programming.
I mean, I think it's dope, especially if they do like boxing events on there now where you could do, certain things, catch boxing events, WWE. And I thought Chris Rock, I don't know if he did it. Didn't Chris Rock was supposed to do a comedy special?
Chris Rock did. His last one, Selective Outrage, was
it was live, right?
Live, yeah. And I mean, the Zone.
Wonder how that worked.
The Zone is the streaming network for boxing. I got the Zone. Salute to my guys, Ak and Barack. You know Ak and Barack. They've been up here.
Yep.
They on the Zone.
Now, also, Dwayne Johnson, he gains ownership of the name The Rock. He's been fighting to get that for a while, and now he got the licensing. He'll be able to have promotional T-shirts, hats, and everything, so he got the trademark for
You
The
never
Rock.
had that?
No.
So who the hell had The Rock?
I have no idea.
Here's the thing, right? Even if you own the name, ain't nobody calling you The Rock. Dwayne Johnson has earned the name The Rock. Okay, that's years and years of being on the WWE, the people's elbow, raising his eyebrow. We only know one Rock.
Correct.
Okay? All right? The only other Rock we acknowledge is Rockefeller, and that's a whole label.
That's right.
All right?
Now, Diddy is being sued for the...
oh, my God, no.
Diddy is being sued for the trademark Act Bad. Now, Charles Kenyatta Jr. is requesting $10 million in damages in a lawsuit accusing Diddy of using Act Bad without permission.
Charles, in light of the circumstances, you don't want that.
Now, allegedly, this is what happened. They're saying that, Kenyatta he's an inmate. He's in jail. He owns the trademark for Act Bad, and allegedly Diddy came to get the trademark from him.
What?
They were negotiating terms of the trademark. I guess they couldn't reach the terms, so Diddy just put it out anyway.
This isn't real.
That's what they're saying, allegedly. So they're saying Sean Combs and the John Doe signed a contract without Charles Kenyatta's consent, and now he wants $10 million.
How much time Charles Kenyatta doing?
It doesn't say.
Charles Kenyatta should not be wanting to act bad in prison. Okay, all right. Okay, you need to be trying to act good in prison, so maybe you can come home on early release for good behavior.
Now, Kenyatta, who is representing himself in the lawsuit, said his Act Bag trademark has tarnished by Diddy's sexual assault allegations.
What is he in prison for? I need to know what he's in prison for. He's doing a lot of judging from prison. What is he in prison for?
I don't know. It did not say.
That's all the more reason. But my point is, that's all the more reason he shouldn't want the Act Bad trademark no more. Kenyatta, come up with something else. You ain't got nothing but time. Okay?
But if he owns the trademark and somebody took his trademark,
don't nobody want that right now.
You can't do it. But I've never seen Diddy, sell T-shirts, nothing like that. But they said that he did do a Act Bad T-shirt.
By the way, when I think Act Bad, I really think Young Miami more than anything. Like, when they did that interview and that conversation, she's the one who made the phrase hot. Right. If you ask me.
Correct.
Personally.
Yeah, he took it and went with it. And did a single on it.
And it was whack.
Yeah, it didn't really take off. No. And lastly, Stephen A. Smith, he was on the Howard Stern show and said he wants to debate Donald Trump.
People gonna call me crazy. Obviously, I have my show for PN every weekday morning, right?
Yes.
It's a debate show. I would love to be in a presidential debate. I
think you do great.
Oh my! No, I'd eat them alive.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't run for the presidency, but I debate Trump any day of the week. Any day of the week. Name the time and place, and I'd show up.
Yeah, but isn't it sad? Isn't it sad that when we were kids growing up,
right?
At least when I was growing up, people say, "Oh, maybe one day I'll be president of the United States." When you would dream about the greatest job, or maybe contributing to society.
Yeah.
Now, I think kids growing up like that. I want a show like Stephen A. Smith. I don't want to be the president of the United States. That's a thankless job.
I don't have a problem with that. I think when it comes to rhetoric, dialogue, use of words, Stephen A. Smith would smoke Donald Trump, but I think what Donald Trump has the advantage is Donald Trump is willing to go where most people aren't willing
when
to
nobody's going to go. He's going to go low.
And that's the thing about life, right? Like don't go to war with people who give a F less than you. Mm-hmm. If the person gives a F less than you, you're not going to win. Mm-hmm. It's just because they're willing to do things that you're not willing to do to get that victory.
Correct.
So I mean, yes, it would be interesting to watch, but it's no telling what Donald Trump gonna pull out of his toupee, and the fact that Stephen A. Smith, as far as we know, is gonna stick to the truth. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump ain't gonna stick to the truth. So if a person is willing to go lower than you and they gonna lie, you can't win.
Nope.
Not in this world with the court of public opinion where what do I always say? Nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. So in something like that, all people looking to do is be entertained. Yeah. So Stephen A., you're gonna be up there trying to speak the truth.
Yeah, trying to clean up the lies he's saying.
And Donald Trump gonna be up there entertaining.
That's right.
And that's what's gonna give him the victory in this era.
And that is your rumor report. And just a quick update: Charles Kenyatta, that's the guy that's suing Diddy. Mm-hmm. He was indicted for narcotics and loan sharking conspiracy. That's what he's in jail for.
Oh, okay. How much time are you doing? Does it say?
It don't say how much time you're doing. All right.
I do want you to know, Kenyatta, that even if you win the lawsuit, that money ain't coming no time soon. You got to get in line, buddy. All right. It's a long line of people ahead of you. Okay. That ain't. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. We'll just say allegedly for all that as well. And that is your rumor report. Now, Charlamagne.
Yes.
Who you giving your donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, man. Y'all got to stop letting Satan tell you things and then think it's coming from God. There's a pastor named Eli Regalado who needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
Because you have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, donkey of the day for Wednesday, January, what's the day? 24th, goes to Eli Regalado. Okay, Eli is a pastor for a Colorado-based online church, and he is accused of pocketing $1.3 million through a cryptocurrency fraud scheme. And the reason he said he had to finesse his flock was because the Lord told him to.
Those of you who realize that the Lord wants you to give generously into His church. Amen. Don't ask no questions. Don't ask how come why come the pastor have to have him a nice house? Why come pastor doesn't have a nice car?
Stop asking questions. Stop asking questions. Okay. Y'all don't listen to me because I got a list, but this man raised nearly $3.2 million and 1.3 went in his pocket, and he didn't deny it. I know y'all don't believe me, so let's hear it directly from the pastor, please.
Caitlin and I are being charged in a civil charge for basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state. So the charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. Damn. So there's been $1.3 million that's been taken out of, I think it was a total of $3.4 million. But out of that 1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do. So how this whole thing started is the Lord told us in 21 to walk away from our marketing company. And then he took us into this cryptocurrency. It was a different cryptocurrency other than index coin at the time. Well, as money is coming in, we would be sowing it. And at first it was hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars, then tens of thousands of dollars. When it would come in, we tithe, we sow, more money would come in. And so we were just always under the impression that God was going to provide, that the source was never ending, that God was doing a new thing, and that we had nothing to worry about. What we're praying for, and what we're believing for still, is that God is going to do a miracle.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Why do we act like Satan don't have a kingdom too? I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I had the yellow book of Bible stories with the red writing on it. And in that book, they had Bible stories. And there's quite a few times when Satan spoke to people in those stories, okay? Spoke to Eve in the Garden of Eden. Okay, women really haven't trusted anyone since then. That's where it started. Women not listening and women not trusting men started right then and there. Okay, that's actually where all of our trust issues started. Eve got her and Adam and future generations of humans in trouble all because she listened to Satan, even though God already told them what not to do. Lord have mercy. See, that's how God works. God only gonna tell you once, because once is all God needs. Okay, you heard what God said. Eat from all the trees you want in the garden except that one. And Eve gonna reply, huh? If you're you can hear. Okay, you heard Satan talking through that damn snake, though. All right, what's the other two times Satan spoke to God? When he was accusing Job, okay, and to Jesus when he was tempting him in the wilderness. I'm sure there's other accounts, but I am not Bishop T.D. Jakes, or Torrey Roberts, or Queen Sarah Jake Roberts. Dropping the clues bombs for the Roberts, okay? The Jake Roberts family, the first family of faith. You can listen to the Sarah Jake Roberts podcast, the Woman Evolved podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. But all I know is Satan got a kingdom too, and he be talking to folks, and some of us like Eli Regalado are stupid enough to listen. I think we need to stop saying God works in mysterious ways. There really is no mystery about God and God's way. Now, I do agree, we don't know where a blessing may be coming from, but I do know God would not be telling anyone to sell a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. Okay, this is how I know God be sending most of y'all prayers to his spam folder. If God made man in his image according to his likeness, then I am 100% sure God is sick of us. Okay. How could she not be? All right, y'all was out here thanking God for PPP loans, knowing y'all lied to get them. Y'all out here giving God all the credit for Satan's work. God didn't tell his pastor to sell a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. That was his free will. And Satan talking to him. Now, let me give you a little background on Pastor Eli Regalado. He was 22 when he served his first prison sentence for boosting cars. Nothing wrong with that. People grow and evolve every day, B. But his faith called him to be a pastor 20 years ago, so he started preaching online only for Victorious Grace Church, where he and his wife are listed as the only two employees. Okay, he has no cryptocurrency or exchange background, but yet he said divine inspiration, God, called him to launch INDX Coin and Kingdom Wealth Exchange. He said the Lord bought this cryptocurrency to him and told him, take this to my people for a wealth transfer. And through advertising at his church and other churches he found through other pastors, from June 2022 to April 2023, he raised $3.2 million. Lord have mercy. I don't like faith-based marketing. All right, stop getting over on people and blaming it on God. This man was telling his flock to invest and expect a miracle. Told them to wait for God's plan. Now, Eli Regalado wasn't just getting over on his flock with crypto. He did it the traditional way, too. By traditional, I mean he would tell investors to tithe and sow the causes helping widows and orphans, but the money went into their own pockets. I know y'all say God forgives, but how many of y'all out there forgiving the people who done lied about you? Okay, you may forgive, but you don't forget. So even if God forgives you, I don't think nothing you pray for or ask for from that point gets top priority, right? You got a bad credit report with the GOD. You can't get approved with bad credit. What makes y'all think God is going to approve anything you ask for when you got bad credit with the Creator because you've been lying on him? But let me mind my business, because I'm not sure how my application to heaven looking either. So let me get back to work on mine. Eli, his wife, and his 3 companies are charged with securities fraud, unlicensed broker deal activity, selling unregistered securities, and imposition of constructive trust. And in his comments right now on YouTube, Eli has dozens of people continuing to reassure him that God will turn the situation around. There's a quote I love in reference to Noah that says, sometimes faith will make you look stupid until it starts to rain. When I see y'all in this man's comments telling him that God will turn this situation around, it makes me want to shorten that quote and simply say, sometimes faith will make you look stupid. Please give Pastor Eli Regaldo the biggest hee-haw. Matter of fact, let Remy Ma give Pastor Eli Regalado the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Now, when we come back, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek Ramaswamy will be joining us. He was running for president, but dropped out recently.
Yeah, he was up here when he was running. Mm-hmm. But he's a private citizen now.
That's right. And we're going to talk to him when we come back. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
He's back.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Welcome back.
It's good to see you, man.
Did I say your name right this time?
Thank you for asking. It's Vivek, like
Vivek.
cake.
Vivek.
Like cake.
Okay, Vivek.
Vivek, you got it.
Well, last time you were here, you were running for president.
That's right.
You were in that
ancient
race.
past.
Ancient past, but your
dropped
roles
out 6 days ago?
Must have been. Feels like an eternity at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now your roles have changed and you're no longer running for president.
That's right.
So for people that don't know, why are you not on that run anymore? What made you pull out?
Yeah, I mean, look, the people of Iowa spoke loud and clear. I got about 8%, which I started at not 0%, but I started at 0.0%. Mm-hmm. And we made it to 8% in Iowa. If you looked at who were the second choice to Donald Trump in Iowa, so if he weren't on the ballot, I would have been number one. But the people spoke loud and clear. They wanted not only an America First candidate, but they wanted the one who they voted for before. And they want him to get back in there and get that job done. And so for me, the first moment that it became clear that I was not going to be the next president, absent terrible things happening in this country that we don't want to see happen, I pulled myself out of the race, gave support to Donald Trump. And I think that's the right thing for the country, is to allow the people of this country to make a choice. It's the beauty of our country. It's not a monarchy. It's not an autocracy. The people of this country get to decide who runs the country. And the people spoke loud and clear in Iowa. And so that night...
You said you was number one behind Trump?
No. Among second choice to Trump. So among the people who voted for Trump,
okay,
who would be their second choice? That would actually have been me.
Got you.
That night, we were prepared to go to New Hampshire. I could tell you for a fact we were not in the headspace to drop out, but we saw the results come in. We were going to go to the campaign office. Instead, I just took some time with my wife. We had an apartment in Des Moines. We took about 25 minutes. Trying to look at it every which way. We're squinting at different statistics that would say, okay, here's the path forward. Then we just took a step back and said, all right, what is God's plan here? It has revealed itself, and it doesn't include me being the Republican nominee for U.S. president.
How much you spend, man?
Personal money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Close to 30 million.
Damn.
Yeah.
Out of your own pocket.
Jesus Christ.
And so what happens with that money? Is it a tax write-off, or is it gone?
It's gone.
You have to explain something to me, right? Because when I watched the GOP nominees, with the exception of Chris Christie, I always thought, how are any of them, ever going to beat Trump if they're not even willing to challenge Trump on anything?
Well, I will say that I do have about 10% of policy areas where I'm different from Trump, but that wasn't actually ever going to be the difference. Mm-hmm. For me, the case I made to the voters was, if you like Donald Trump's policies, but you want a leader from the next generation with fresh legs, who can reach and lead the next generation of Americans, nobody's going to do that like I am. Mm-hmm. 40% of our donors to this campaign, and we had, six-figure numbers of small dollar donors, 40% of them were first-time ever donors to the GOP. And most of them were young, actually, or many of them were young. And so we're reaching a different generation in a way that nobody else in the Republican Party, including Trump, really was. And I also do think that's what's going to be required to really take our America First movement to the next level. So that was the case I made to the voters. And I think a lot of people found that resonant. A lot of people loved that, who ended up voting for Donald Trump anyway. Say, we love you. But for now, this is still Donald Trump's turn to get his job done that he wasn't able to get done fully the first time around in one term when, they bogged down his presidency and everything else. I mean, that was the clear message from the voters. But that was the case that I made. Every other candidate had their own, shade of lemonade that was slightly different. But for me, it was, if you want basically the same policies, in some ways I'm going far further than Trump did. with that America First agenda. But if you want the America First of the future, then pick the candidate of the future with fresh legs coming in from the outside, unencumbered, and able to reach the next generation. And I would have been the youngest president ever elected, if elected.
But why vote for the second-rate version of something?
Well, I don't think it's second-rate.
No, the reason I say it's
yeah.
second-rate is because y'all act like it's
the fresh version.
But y'all don't act like that, though. Y'all act like Trump is king. Like, and y'all act like
I disagree with that. Actually, you saw Donald Trump in the late phase of the race. You know, we had some healthy friction. I would say. I mean, it's competition. It's in the heat of competition, but I don't bend the knee to anybody, man.
Because when you look at the numbers in Iowa, and you see that about half of the Republicans did go out there and vote for DeSantis, some voted for Nikki, some even voted for you. So clearly, there's some Republicans looking for something different. But it feels like everybody was too busy trying to either be Trump's VP or vying to be for a position in Trump's cabinet. Some of y'all just look like Trump's lackeys. So if I
can't speak for the others,
so it's hard to look at you as a leader if you're moving like a lackey.
Yeah, well, I think I disagree with that characterization. I mean, I think that the right answer, the bottom line is Donald Trump, I think, did advance a lot of the right policies for this country. He kept us out of war and grew the economy. So I don't disagree with the policies one bit. But the question is, how do we actually reunite a country and reach a next generation on that basis? And I ran for president because I thought I was going to be best positioned to do that. Not as anybody's lackey, not some Republican Party pawn lackey, not Donald Trump's lackey, not anybody's lackey. But as my own man, reaching the next generation honestly, speaking hard truths that nobody else was able to speak in the campaign. Yes, that's what I was doing in the race.
What are hard truths?
Well, I think a lot of hard truths. I mean, you could
I think Chris
go
Christie
straight down
spoke,
the list.
Chris Christie spoke a lot
I don't think
of
so.
hard
Chris
truths.
Christie was lobbying Donald Trump and licking his feet about 3 years ago after Donald Trump's first term.
He was,
And
but
I think
y'all were doing a
that's-
lot of licking of the feet.
I disagree with you, man. I just disagree with you. I think it's true for some people. I mean, these people have been asking, all the politicians in this race have been asking for money and endorsements for Trump for years, and then Monday morning quarterbacking some decision he made. You know, Chris Christie, he was a lobbyist. And by the way, this is a side point. I don't think any politician should be allowed to be a lobbyist for at least 10 years after they've left their position in government. But this guy ends up becoming a lobbyist on behalf of special pharmaceutical clients in New Jersey for coronavirus cash from Donald Trump, licking his feet, doing his debate prep while lobbying him. And then suddenly decides and has an epiphany. This is after Trump's first term, for God's sake. Decides he's going to make it a shtick to do the anti-Donald Trump thing. My view is, I've been clear. I love Trump's policies. I love
But
what
you
he
don't
did for
just
the
parrot his
country.
policies, you parrot his conspiracy theories.
Well, I actually, to be clear, a lot of what I've actually stated on behalf of my views of what happened, the truth of what happened, on a lot of what the government has, I think, suppressed, they're not conspiracy theories. They're realities that even Donald Trump hasn't touched. So I'm speaking with my own convictions, what they are, and I'm not a political analyst either, right? You guys probably be better at that than me.
No, I'm not.
Maybe you are, but that's not my job anyway. I'm sharing my convictions, and my whole view of this whole campaign is I'm going to tell people who I am and what I stand for. And if they want to vote for that, I will volunteer to be the next president. And if they don't, then I'm not going to be the next president, but I'm going to put my head in the pillow at night and know that I at least shared with you what my true convictions actually are.
Have you talked to him about being possibly a running mate? Have you had that conversation?
No, I think that we've had an open conversation about the fact that I'm in for the country to make change in a lot of different ways. You know, I mean, the truth is, I think it's important that everybody know what they're getting with me. And I think there's ways to drive change in this country that don't just come through government. That's what I've been doing my whole career anyway. Now, there's a lot of speculation out there. And you know, if that came up, it would be a serious conversation that I'd be willing to have. And I'd want to make sure that we're on the same page to deliver for the country. One of the things I've learned is from building businesses is the people who you work with, you know, the chemistry between them, alignment on the vision. That's really important. And if you have a little bit of daylight early on, that can become, you know, wide open gaps later on in the course of building a business. I think it's not going to be any different in running the government. So I believe that he and I are deeply aligned, but I think that if that were a serious conversation, I'd want to make sure it was the right choice for him, just as it was the right choice for the country and for me. And if it was, that's something I would be willing to evaluate.
Oh, I read you're not on the short list anymore, but I heard him say y'all would
who
be
the heck
working.
knows, yeah.
I heard him say, he said that y'all would be working together for years
Great.
to come.
I think that I'm in this for the country.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do whatever allows me to have maximal impact on the country. I believe there's lots of ways to have impact in the country that don't come just through government service, but that is something that's required right now. I do think the government bureaucracy in Washington, D.C., what we call the administrative state, the permanent state, the shadow government, the deep state, I do think that is the real threat to liberty in this country. I do think it's the real threat to prosperity in this country. Goes beyond black versus white or Republican versus Democrat. I think this is about the permanent state, the managerial class, the bureaucracy versus the citizen. And so if that is a focus of Donald Trump and believes that he needs to actually shut down that deep state, as I believe we need to, I think he has that conviction, I definitely do, then yes, absolutely. I'm going to go in there and do everything I can to make that happen.
All right, we got more with Vivek Ramaswamy when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Vivek Ramaswamy. Charlamagne?
You said that, you feel like Democrats and Republicans both need to figure out what their parties are.
Yes.
And I agree. And I think that starts with Democrats moving away from President Joe Biden. I think that starts with Republicans moving away from Donald Trump. So it makes me wonder, why have you chosen to endorse a Donald Trump as opposed to somebody like a Nikki Haley?
Yeah, so I think this goes to the ideological divide in the GOP, actually. One direction of the Republican Party is a belief that it is the job of the U.S. government to play the role of global policeman, to establish a surveillance state here at home, to be able to defend what they will call national security. I'm not criticizing it, I'm just describing what the view is. And that whatever it takes, fighting those foreign wars, having people who have interests in them running the government, and people who are adopting a surveillance state here at home, that's the right vision. Nikki Haley, I believe, is a representation of that George Bush era Republican Party. There are people in the Republican Party that want to see that be the future of the Republican Party, that believe and agree with Nikki Haley that for our national security, we do need to require every citizen to tie their social media account and their internet profiles to their government-issued ID and driver's license. I disagree with these things, but that is a view. I think Dick Cheney would agree with that. I think the post-9/11 Patriot Act proponents would agree with that. I think that the George Bush era, Karl Rove era, Lindsey Graham Republicans would agree with that. And that's one vision for the Republican Party. It's not mine. My vision for the Republican Party is one that you could call a libertarian nationalist vision, which says that the people we elect to run the government should be the ones who actually run the government, not the bureaucracy. The people we actually elect should be the ones that actually make the laws, not a bunch of bureaucrats. That's a very different vision than the Dick Cheney, Karl Rove, Nikki Haley, George Bush, John Bolton view, which exists in the Republican Party.
That don't look like
so that's the choice.
That don't look like Trump's Republican Party either, though.
I respectfully disagree with you there. I was in this because I believed I was going to lead that to the next level with clarity. But I think that Donald Trump
are going to have corporate donors in there, and that they're beholden.
So I'll tell you what I favor. I don't think that we should have super PACs in American politics. I think the super PACs, I don't know if you're familiar with this concept, they're a cancer on American politics.
There's a movie about it. It's called 88. You should watch it.
Okay.
It's on Stars and Hulu right now.
All right. Sounds good. Back to my, that'll probably be my inaugural movie. I haven't watched one in a long time. I think that the super PACs are cancer on American politics. I think lobbying is a cancer on American politics. As I said, I don't think you should be able to leave the government and lobby that same government ever, but at least for 10 years after you've left. If you've done special favors for a company, I don't think you should be able to join the board of that company. This is my issue with Nikki Haley, right? She's scratched Boeing's back, gave hundreds of millions of dollars of special benefits in South Carolina. As soon as she leaves government, has a board seat waiting on none other than Boeing, the company that apparently can't even fly planes in the sky anymore. I think the Republican debate that you get to speak your minds openly as long as I get to in return.
We weren't included in none of that, though. Black people, brown people like yourself.
Yeah.
Beige people like Envy. We were never included.
But let's celebrate the progress we have made towards those ideals. Because here's the thing about the United States of America. We're a nation founded of, I don't mean this as a joke, we're not a nation of gods. We're a nation of men. The difference between man and God is that man is imperfect. Yet we're a nation still founded on ideals.
But only white men founded those ideas. That's the problem.
That's in the past, man.
That's not in the past. The other day, I can't remember the site where they said they referred to as a 7-Eleven worker at the White House.
Oh, the Babylon Bee.
Yeah, like
this is
and that's
satire.
a right-wing conservative.
This is satire.
But that's how they look at us. That ain't satire. That's how they look at you, and that's how they look at us.
Can I just what do you think? It was a joke. I took it as a joke. It actually, if you read into the article, which I did, it was actually poking fun at a lot of the left-wing self-awareness here. What do you think Martin Luther King would say? We just had MLK Day. We celebrated. That was the day of the Iowa caucus. What do you think he would say about where we are as a country today? He said, I hope my 4 children grow up in a country where they're judged not on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character. When he said that about 60 years ago, and he woke up to the country, let's say he just teletransported to the country we're in right now, do you think he would say that, oh my gosh, we have regressed? Or that, oh, I'm very upset about where we've landed? Or he sees a country where everybody's able to go to the ballot box and cast their vote. anybody's able to start a business. Is everybody starting from the same place? No.
There's a lot of voter suppression that keeps black people.
I'm asking you a question, though. If you just snap of a finger from 1963 or 1964, whenever it was,
he would say there's
about 60 years
he would
ago.
say there's progress,
but it's still a lot of work
I
to
think
do.
he would say,
but people
this
are
is
still being judged by the color.
I think
of their
it's
skin.
still a lot of work to do.
And so is there racism today? Yes, there is. Of course there is. Let me tell you, one of the most best interactions I had in Iowa was with a black pastor. Not that many of them in Iowa, I promise you. He came to one of our events. The first thing he says is, before I ask my question, I'm going to do a push-up challenge with you. Can you actually handle 10 push-ups? So we hit 10 push-ups on the spot. Then he asked me the hard question.
I don't believe you did 10 push-ups on the spot.
I did 10 push-ups on the spot. I did 30 push-ups on the spot.
I don't believe it.
Oh, why not?
Do it.
You want to hit it right now?
Right now.
I already did 30 this morning.
Let me see.
You want to do it with me?
I'll do it with you.
Pop them out. Let's do it.
Easy.
Let's do it. Yeah, get the blood flowing, man.
All right.
Wow.
I'm at 20.
You're gonna be so tired after this.
Not me. You farted.
You farted?
You did.
Oh my goodness. What kind of fart was it?
That's 30 easy. He's beat red. He's beat red. He's beat red. Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
Blood flowing.
Good job.
See this one?
Good job. Good
This is
job.
one of the things I missed from the campaign.
Now he said, ask him the hard question. Now after
So,
he did 30
so that's what he did with the he got me out of breath, and then he asked me the hard question, which is one of our 10 truths in the campaign.
Okay.
Was reverse racism is racism. Grab that water.
You need the water?
Yeah, I'll take it. The tea's a little hot. Yeah,
See?
exactly.
You shouldn't fall so easily to peer pressure, Vivek.
Oh, that's good. No, I added my burpees, man. I was trying to peer pressure you into the burpees. We didn't. It was a healthy but skeptical question, and I'll tell you what I told him, which is
he's still trying to catch his
at
breath.
a certain point.
He's definitely trying to catch his
At a
breath.
certain point, we have to embrace, because he's a pastor, right? And so I was trying to think about how to speak the language that we both share in common. The virtue of mercy, forgiveness. So this is not to say that we're going to deny something that's happened in the country, because I think that is an approach some people try to take, denialism, right? Oh, that didn't happen. No, I'm not taking that approach.
That's what Nikki Haley did last week.
Or 2 weeks ago, or whatever it was.
That's what Tim Scott has done. That's what the vice president has done. Joe Biden has done. They all say, oh, America is not a racist country.
At a certain point, the right answer is clemency, is mercy. There's a time for mercy and there's a time for justice. And sometimes those are in tension with each other. But I think that now is a time for mercy. We're creating more race consciousness in a way that creates more division rather than less right now. Well, and that's one of my core issues with the so-called DEI agenda. So it's not to deny anything else, and it's a hard thing to say, well, I was wronged. Well, how can you just say clemency and forgiveness now? And now I'm going to say some things that might make you upset then, but then you could have a bunch of other people that make a claim on something that they were wrong with, or Japanese people who are in internment camps, or Jewish Americans, or anybody else. We can all play that game. And then
But the reason you need DEI
and then it becomes a currency.
Is because of systemic and structural racism. Can you admit or just agree that this country, there is systemic and structural racism in this country?
I have to know what those terms mean, Charlamagne, to be able to answer.
You don't know what systemic racism is? You used it. You used it a little while ago.
I said racism.
You said systemic and structural racism. You said structural racism.
In stating the argument for the other side of what's used. I don't think systemic racism, it's a little bit of a cop-out, right? I know what racism is.
We know there's inequalities
Racism
in the
is-
healthcare system. We know there's inequalities in the justice system. We know these things already.
Has there historically been in this country? Yes, there has.
Yes.
Right? And I think that what we want to do is
We had a whole
eliminate...
civil rights movement.
Right. And actually, a lot of what I'm standing for example, is I think that there are civil rights inequalities right now when it comes to your political beliefs. I think that that's actually something that exists right now. So the same FBI that was going after Martin Luther King 60 years ago on the basis of incorrectly collected tapes, it's a mystery to me that much of the left that should remember this from 60 years ago somehow believes that that same FBI is a saintly organization that is somehow...
No, we've never thought that. We've been telling y'all the FBI is corrupt
Yeah,
forever.
good. So
But
why does everybody somehow now believe that just because it's Christopher Wray or James Comey who's leading it and says so, everybody believes that if you bring that same point up, suddenly that's a
But
conspiracy
that's why it's an
theorist today.
investigation, and if there's evidence in that investigation, you make an arrest, and then that's why we have a judicial system. There's due process. So what we're seeing now is somebody going through due process.
So I think that I'm in a different place than you, which is I think the FBI was corrupt then, and I think the FBI is corrupt today.
I'm not disagreeing. But
And
that
so the
doesn't mean
idea that
doesn't mean
same
that they don't
FBI
that don't mean that they don't
somehow-
investigate people, and if you have
Yeah, of course
committed
they
a
do.
crime, they
but
arrest you.
I think we can't talk out of both sides of our mouth, right? For a lot of these institutions that have been corrupt in the same way in our past, have there been two standards of justice based on your skin color? Absolutely, there have been. If you look at other points today, are there two standards of justice today based on your political beliefs? I think the answer to that question
Yeah,
ends
but
up being yes
by your
as well.
logic, the FBI, that means everybody they've ever arrested, they shouldn't
I'm not
have
saying
arrested.
that. But I'm saying that there is a, by anybody's logic, but you could say that 60 years ago, the same thing. That wasn't true then. That isn't true today. But is there a fundamentally corrupting influence and bias today that is based on your political belief? I think the answer is yes. And I think that's as wrong today as it was 60 or 80 years ago for it to be based on your skin color. And what I've seen on the modern left is now questioning that fundamental corruption in the FBI. And I favor shutting down the FBI. And that's a different position than pretty much every other Republican who says maybe fire Christopher. I'm the only Republican in this field who thinks that's a good idea. I think shutting down the FBI is a good idea because the only way you're going to reform a corrupt bureaucracy isn't just by reforming it, it's actually by shutting it down.
That's right. Listen, I got a piece. We got to wrap this up. So
Yeah,
I think what you just said is great. You have better ideas than a Donald Trump, so there's no need to be his sheep. There's no
I'm not
need,
anybody's
yes, you are.
sheep,
There's
but I'm
no,
supporting
there's no
who
need
I
to
think
be
is the
his
best
lackey.
person to lead this country forward.
There's no need to be his lackey.
I disagree with your characterization, but thank you, man.
I believe you're better than that, personally.
I enjoyed the conversation we're having here, and I think that we need more of this in the country. I don't think we need people continuing to just talk and feed their own echo chambers. I think we need more of this.
I agree.
And so next time we're in New York with some time, you have my word, I'll swing by if you'll have me.
You got to go on my guy's show, too, man, Flagrant, with
What's
Andrew
that?
Schultz.
Okay. Oh, with Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, you were supposed to do it, but I think you had to reschedule.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I'm seeing him soon. Yeah.
Vivek. Did I say it right? Vivek?
Vivek. You got it.
All right. Ramaswamy, we appreciate you for joining us again. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, man.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's jump to the rumors.
Rumor has it, rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
All right, now salute to OG Eve. Now, Eve was doing BBC Radio and was talking about being an quote-unquote an older mom and what that means for her and other older women out there.
First time mom at
43. And I'm happy, to be honest, that I'm an older mom.
Are you?
Because I had a lot of things that I think I would have definitely unintentionally passed on. Because I believe in that familial breaking of things. I do believe in all that. And I feel like I needed to shed some things before I had a kid.
And we are a work in progress.
Yeah.
It's okay to know that, to own that, admit that, and work on that.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. And it also gives a lot of people hope out there who are thinking.
Absolutely. It's not over. When I talk to girls, some of my friends, mid-30s, they've frozen their eggs and things. I'm like, do not stress yourself. You are good. You have time. They make us feel like, hurry up. Why you not married? Why you ain't got no kids yet?
Right.
Why you ain't married yet? I feel I have the patience as well. I'm
Yeah.
not chasing nothing.
It's also your story. This is your story. Nobody else's story.
Oh, I agree with her on that because, you get started on your healing journey. I got started on my healing journey in 2016, so I feel like, my last two daughters are getting the best version of me. I mean, all of them are now, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about like initially when they were first born, my 15-year-old and my 8-year-old. But as far as being a older parent, yes, I agree with everything she said, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. But boy, physically, Lord have mercy.
Physically is difficult.
I remember one of my homeboys told me that one time. He said, man, why you want to wait till you get older to have a whole bunch of kids? You can't run around and play with them. I'm like, please. I have the energy at 40-something. Okay.
Nah, it gets difficult. I remember, jumping on the trampoline with Madison and Logan when they were young. And
Jumping
it was
on the
easy.
trampoline.
Now.
Please. My favorite thing to do on the trampoline is play popcorn. Daddy just going to lay here. Daddy just gonna lay here and y'all jump around me. I'm sitting there catching a little nap while they doing popcorn. Okay? Don't let nobody fool you. Being a 40-something-year-old parent, I'm 45. Okay? Being a 45-year-old parent and you got young kids running around is no joke.
It's difficult.
Okay? I have 15, 8, 5, and 2. Please.
That 2-year-old is that's the one right there.
Come on now. What you talking about?
All right.
You want to play Superman. I just finished working out. You want to pick up my 8-year-old, pick up a little, I can't even know how much she weighs, and I got to fly them around, and I got 3 of them. All of them want to do Superman.
See,
Daddy ain't got that kind of strength and that kind of energy.
I do this thing now. I put them on a blanket on the floor, let them lay on a blanket, and I just drag the blanket around the house.
No, they want to do super their names, and I pick them up and I fly them around. And as soon as I put one down, I got to pick up the other one and fly them around.
And it never
pick up
ends.
the other one, I got to fly them around.
It never ends. They never want to stop.
Have mercy.
They never get tired.
Lord have mercy, but Daddy do.
Now, NBC, I thought this was crazy. NBC censored C.J. Stroud. He's the quarterback for the Houston Texans. After they lost, he gave, he was thanking the city and thanking everybody, thanking the fans. But they cut out a line. Let's see the line that they cut out. Play the version where they didn't cut it out yet. No.
First and foremost, I just want to give all glory.
Stop it. Play the other version.
Your first NFL season and a record-setting performance for you. What does this moment mean?
I mean, it's been amazing being in this city for as short as I've been.
Now, that's what they played on NBC. They actually did some editing, and they did the editing fast, and this is actually what happened.
First and foremost, I just want to give all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's been amazing.
They took out the part where he praised Jesus Christ.
So let me ask you a question. It's not live? That wasn't a live post-game thing?
I guess like anything else, it might be like 15 seconds, just in case somebody curses, they could edit it out.
I didn't know you could do that on live TV. I didn't know you could cut. I know you could probably do a bleep or something. I didn't know you could cut somebody's whole clip. You sure that ain't edited for social media and somebody's just trying to get a conversation going?
No, that's what it said. But you know, you can do that here. We're live, but we're delayed by 10 seconds or whatever it is, 15 seconds.
I know that, but I don't know. I don't know if you can do that on TV. But people, athletes thank God all the time.
Right.
So why would they cut that out? I think that's some social media rubbish. Literally, people thank God all the time on the biggest stages, all the time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about,
man? Now, also, lastly, shout to the Grammys. They recently announced that Burna Boy was added to the performance lineup of this year's Grammy Awards, February 4th. Drop a bomb for Burna Boy. The only problem is when they played the clip and it went out to promote it, it wasn't Burna Boy. It was another Nigerian singer, Seyi Vibes. They got it wrong. Now, mind you, Burna Boy has been nominated before. He's been to the Grammys before, but the fact that they had a different person is kind of crazy. Now, he's nominated for 4 awards this year. He has a total of 10 Grammy nominations. He won a Grammy in 2021 for his album Twice as Tall, and he's going to be the first African to perform on the Grammy. So salute again to Burna Boy.
Well, salute to Burna Boy. I'm still stuck on why NBC would cut that. What would be the reason when people thank God all the freaking time? And I mean, I do know that they always trying to take God out of things, but it's just strange to me. Like, why would that happen in that moment?
I don't know. And that is your rumor report. All right, let's get to the mix. The People's Choice Mix. Get your request in 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, salute to Kevin Gates for joining us this morning. Make sure you pick up his album, Ceremony.
It'll be out Friday.
That's right.
And listen, man, I love when, black men talk about their healing journeys, man. And, everything that Kevin Gates says, the way he looks, his music, his healing journey is definitely reflected in all of that. So, salute to Kevin Gates, man. Make sure you get Ceremony this Friday. Woo!
And also, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yes, Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't have anything to say about Vivek Ramaswamy.
That's it.
I mean, listen. I enjoy healthy conversations. And I'm the type of person I can sit down and chop it up with anybody. I'm never the type of person that has to pick a side. Yep. I like the nuance of things. That's what I enjoy.
Okay. All right, when we come back, we got the positive note. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man. I just want to quote Aristotle this morning. Aristotle said, "Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny."
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?